The following operator training video on the Hobart P660 mixer is a supplement to the instruction manual that came with your Hobart mixer. If you have any questions concerning operation, please consult your manual. Your Hobart P660 mixer is constructed and designed to give long, satisfactory service, provided it is properly used and maintained. This training video will cover the controls of the mixer, its operation, cleaning, and maintenance. Warning: moving beater in bowl, keep hands, clothing, and utensils out while in operation. Do not use without interlock guard. Every P660 mixer is equipped with either an electromechanical timer control or a programmable timer controller. The bowl guard must be in position or the mixer will not operate. If the bowl support is not all the way up, the mixer will not operate unless the start button is held in. If the mixer has an electromechanical timer control, it will also have a timer used in conjunction with the start button for timed mixing operations and will stop the mixer when the preset time has elapsed. If the mixer has a programmable timer controller, it will consist of the start and stop buttons, which control mixing operations, the timer control display, which displays mixing times, the P1 key, which contains 4 sequential preset times, the P2 key, which contains 4 additional sequential preset times, the knob, which changes the time as indicated by the display, the save button, which replaces the preset with the indicated time, and the clear button, which returns to idle from the programming function. For continuous mixing, the start and stop buttons control mixing operations. Begin from the idle display. Press start to begin mixing. The MC indicator will be lit, and the total mixing time will be indicated in minutes and seconds. Press stop when mixing is done. The MC indicator light goes off, and the idle display returns. To use the dial timer to set the mixing time, begin from the idle display. Turn the knob to set the mixing time. The MC indicator will be lit. Start and stop buttons control mixing operations. Press start to begin mixing. The timer will count down from the set time to 0. If stop is pressed, both mixing and timer countdown will be interrupted. After pressing stop, press start to resume both mixing and timer countdown, or press clear to return to the idle display. When the timer reaches 0, the mixer stops and the MC indicator light goes off. A beep tone sounds for 2 seconds and the idle display returns. Each preset key has 4 time settings. The indicator above the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and the P1 or P2 indicator light identify which preset time is being displayed. A chart in the instructions manual shows the default settings. The dial timer knob can be used to adjust the mixing time if the knob is turned prior to pressing start. Beginning from the idle display, press P1 or P2 to show the number 1 preset mixing time. Pressing P1 or P2 again will show the next preset time, etc. The dial timer can then be used to adjust the time. Start and stop buttons control mixing operations. Press start to begin mixing. The timer will count down from the set time to 0. If stop is pressed, both the mixing and timer countdown will be interrupted. After pressing stop, press start to resume both mixing and timer countdown, or press clear to return to the idle display. When the mixer is stopped, you may perform any appropriate tasks such as the following: add ingredients, change speed, reset the timer, continue mixing, or unload. When the timer reaches 0, the mixer stops. A beep tone sounds for 2 seconds, and the next preset mixing time displays. When the last preset time reaches 0, the P1 or P2 indicator goes off, and the idle display returns. The timer reverts to the factory-programmed preset times after any power interruption. To revise the preset mixing times contained in P1 or P2, begin from the idle display. Press P1 or P2 to show the number 1 preset mixing time. Pressing P1 or P2 again will show the next preset time, and so on. Turn the knob to change the time for the indicated preset. Press Save to retain the revised time and move to the next preset time. Repeat for each preset time. Pressing Clear will retain the save times and return to the idle display. The timer reverts to the factory-programmed preset times after any power interruption. The gear shift lever is used to change speeds. Always stop the mixer before changing speeds. To change speeds, push the stop button, move the gear shift lever to the desired speed, and restart the mixer by pushing the start button. Note, if you do not stop the mixer to change speeds, it will automatically shut off, and you will have to restart it after changing speeds. The bowl lift uses a hand wheel to raise and lower the bowl. Turn the hand wheel clockwise to raise the bowl or counterclockwise to lower it. Mixers equipped with a hand wheel bowl lift must be turned off to lower the bowl. This section explains the operation of the mixer and how to install bowls, agitators, and attachments. A separate use and applications handbook is provided with the mixer and contains information on mixing procedures and outlines specific uses of agitators, attachments, and accessories. New mixer bowls and agitators, beaters, whips, and dough arms should be thoroughly washed with hot water and a mild soap solution, rinsed with either a mild soda or vinegar solution, and thoroughly rinsed with clear water before being used. This cleaning procedure should also be followed for bowls and agitators before whipping egg whites or whole eggs. The bowl must be installed before the agitator. To install the bowl, fully lower the bowl support. Position the bowl so the alignment bracket on the back of the bowl is under the retainer on the bowl support, and the alignment pins on the front of the bowl support fit in the holes in the bowl. Lock the bowl in place by rotating the bowl clamps over the ears of the bowl. If a bowl adapter is required, install it on the bowl support as you would the bowl, and then install the bowl on the adapter. The attachment hub should not be used while mixing. For optimum performance and recipe consistency, use only genuine Hobart accessories with Hobart mixers. To install an agitator, the bowl must be installed and fully lowered. Place the agitator in the bowl, push it up on the agitator shaft, and turn it clockwise to seat the shaft pin in the slot of the agitator shank. To raise the bowl while the agitator is mixing the product, when required by recipe or when using the bowl scraper attachment, load ingredients, close the wire cage assembly, select low speed. To begin the mixing, press and hold the start button, then raise the bowl. The wire cage assembly on the bowl guard can be rotated out of the way to add ingredients or access the bowl and agitator. To rotate the wire cage assembly to the rear, push the latch in to release the centering pin from the centering ramp. Note how the grooves on the nylon retainers allow the wire cage to ride around the circular ridge of the planetary drip cap. The wire cage can rotate 360 degrees, left or right. When the wire cage returns to the front and center position, the centering pin is captured and held by the centering ramp, restricting rotation of the wire cage until the latch is pressed again. The wire cage must be in the front center position for the mixer to operate. To remove the wire cage assembly for cleaning, lower the bowl, rotate the wire cage to the rear, remove both the agitator and bowl, and return the wire cage to the front. While holding the wire cage securely with both hands, use your thumb to push down on the black release knob. Lower and remove the wire cage. Wash it in a sink or dishwasher, rinse with clear water, and dry with clean cloth. The stainless steel splash guard can be wiped off or washed easily with a cloth or sponge and warm soapy water. Rinse with clear water and dry with a clean cloth. To reinstall the wire cage assembly, hold the wire cage so its top ring is positioned around the planetary drip cup with the grooves in both nylon rear retainers straddling the ridge on the drip cup. Push in the front center retainer until it stays in and so that its grooves also straddle the ridge on the drip cup. The wire cage is properly assembled when all three retainers straddle the ridge on the drip cup in the three opposed locations. Rotate the wire cage out of the way to install or remove the agitator and bowl or to add ingredients. Return the wire cage to its front center position to operate the mixer. The attachment hub should not be used while mixing. To install an attachment, loosen the attachment hub thumb screw and remove the plug. Insert the attachment into the attachment hub, making certain that the square shank of the attachment is in the square driver of the mixer. Secure the attachment by tightening the thumb screw. Move the gear shift lever to the desired speed. With the bowl support all the way up and the wire cage in the front center position, start the mixer to operate the attachment. The meat and food chopper attachment should be operated in second speed. If material in the cylinder stalls the mixer, push the stop button at once. Do not attempt to restart the mixer in a lower speed. Remove the adjusting ring, knife, plate, and worm, and clear any obstruction. This attachment must not be used to chop breadcrumbs. Mixer speeds are used as follows. Speed 1, or low, is for incorporating ingredients, preparing pastry, and finishing heavier batters and doughs. Speed 2, or medium-low, is used for finishing most doughs and batter recipes. On P660 mixers, equipped with single-speed gearing, all classes of work are performed at that intermediate speed. A mixer bowl scraper attachment, when ordered, is provided with a separate instruction manual covering its installation, operation, use, and care. Warning: disconnect the electrical power supply and place a tag at the disconnect switch indicating that you are working on the circuit before beginning any cleaning procedure. A flat scraper and brush are furnished to aid in cleaning bowls and agitators. The mixer should be thoroughly cleaned